I wanted to make a special little video on the fact that we're going to have the Sun is going to conjunct Pluto for the first time ever since it's been in Aquarius. And that's the first time it's ever been conjunct for about 250 years or so. And well, it's at 1 degree, the conjunction of the Sun and Pluto. It means that Pluto goes cazimi, and so the Sun is like infused with this energy of the Pluto, which is Scorpio ruled, right? It rules Scorpio, but it's in Aquarius, which is really interesting. And it's a wonder what Scorpio is doing over there, which is wondering what people's money is doing, like what our money is doing. And so anyway, but the issues with Aquarius is humanity and the knowledge therein that is either hidden or in view, whichever one. Um, we do experience downloads of ancient wisdom, all kinds of things. See, there's a way that we can know things beyond just being told and getting external influences. We kind of go in and we meditate, and we can actually hear. After a while, you just get used to it. I don't know. You have to be alone enough to know that your life is it can be hijacked, but you can feel it. See, the thing is feelings. We want to stick to feelings. That's very important, because with the age of Aquarius coming in, that kind of gets drowned out a little bit. It's hard to tell what's the right and wrong feeling, and why people and how people are, like, kind of on the surface, very cold, right? That's the sign of the Aquarius kind of signature, especially if it's Venus in Aquarius. But it's not that they are cold, it's just that's the face of it. Like, it's just like society or humanity itself that doesn't exist, not aside from the individuals standing there next to each other, you know? And so they, in and of themselves, have a profound responsibility to kind of like turn themselves on, which entails going in and figuring out who's there, what's there, just having feelings, and getting a hold of your body, learning from experiences what the truth might be there, you see. And it's a higher learning tool, so you want to, hopefully that you're hitting truths as such that you're experiencing joy, and then go from there. God, it's kind of like, well, hello, 80% or 92% of the people now who are just completely disenfranchised of that. But if they are able to see this or read this or go for a walk outside and still breathing, it's not too late for them. There's still healing available. And I think that that's what, first and foremost, I think that's what religion was trying to do here. If anything, it came out of recognizing that, oh my God, we have a problem here, that there's two different types here to run into. One of them is the human being, and or they have become enlightened. They went in. See, Aquarius rules the enlightened mind. It rules the weirdest stuff, like, but no, it rules all the highest of high sciences, real science, the electricity that pings it into the information field, the air and how we get it through, like, it rules technology, it has created this, and really it's real science, people holding on to real science, and they're working real fields of information and or material that, crystals, really, your iPhone and your computer, I'm pretty sure they have crystal and all these other different heavy precious metals in there, and you wonder why you want to mine gold. Well, that's why, and then you figure how much of it is being just tossed aside. But the true nature of this realm is nothing that you think it is. I mean, they have programmed people up, and so the main reason for this video, I mean, that's the good side of the Pluto and Aquarius, and then the Sun going there for the first time, is like the information, the truth. It's truth time. It's truth time. And some people can handle it right, and some people aren't handling it. There's all kinds of different truths, right? The truth is, you don't say the truth, you can say a truth, as far as finding the truth, it's a truth. So anyway, truth. Here comes the Sun conjunct Pluto. What day is it? Well, it's the first day that the Sun enters into Aquarius, which is coming up pretty soon here in January. We have the Sun right now it's going into the later degree of Capricorn, and it's like, wow, bye Capricorn. I had a chance to really enjoy it here, and I did. I kind of got a gift, but there's some complications in my life. I mean, I must say, and it's like we have to put this stuff on the table, really, to find out, to get more practical. Good luck with the if you didn't do it with this taking advantage of the Capricorn planets. We still have Mercury in Capricorn, but then see, the Sun is going to conjunct Pluto on the 20th, more like the 21st, but we'll start feeling it like, well, is it the 18th? Yeah, we'll start feeling it by the 18th for sure. A little bit coming on by the 27th. You see, whoever now, it's picking on the Taurus people for sure. It's definitely putting Leos to the chest. Scorpios are just like lighting up like a Christmas tree, and then let's try to be an Aquarius' friend because they do have Pluto to contend with for the next 7 or 20 years, or I forget how much, but I should look it up here. It's a time of just raw, deep going in and being, if you're not used to being honest with yourself, see, this is the thing, is that how strange how it does aspect, well, all of the fixed signs and Taurus. Taurus has been getting its shake up, and they are like the natural, apparently, see, they're the natural bulls, right? They're the natural bullies. I mean, we can say a lot about Taurus, just even if you don't have Moon in Aquarius like I do, and have an issue with them sometimes. And the thing is that Aquarius can always learn something from Taurus, but I do have the ones that Taurus can learn from is the Leos, and then it goes on to Leos have something to learn from Scorpio, maybe stay up at least past midnight and see what's really going on with your inner being and all that. And then Scorpio has a kind of a difficulty with Aquarius, and then we start back to Aquarius having a little difficulty. That's just the way that the evolutionary chart goes. But starting with Taurus, we look at that first fixed sign, and they are getting their, see, it rules the material world and the materialist, maybe. If there is too much emphasis on there, if there's no balance to be had, like say people don't know, see, they say Taurus says I have, and if they don't know how to give, really, if they know how to owe, really, that's what the O is this, have is this, and then then giving is this, right? So we have the full circle, have, give, right? I have never been, I didn't know that, well, I guess it's happening, yeah, with money and any kind of resource, I guess. These people are control freaks, for one. Number one, they're control freaks and a half. Bullies, and they're known to be stubborn, but I guess the word is stable. You can't really knock them around because they have worked so hard and they've gotten something. And see, the thing is that see, the organism itself, it doesn't have to be the Taurus, because narcissists do this. They use resources and stuff like that as a weaponry. It's very common to see, like, okay, so your mother, your mom might feed you sugar, get you hooked to it, and then start controlling you with it. That's very common. That's just a plague out there. I can't say my mom ever did that. Nah, no, she would hook us into love. And it's like, well, this is an ongoing expansion of something. It's not like this vicious cycle. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what I mean, is that the negative side, it doesn't have to be the Taurus, who, I hate to say it, but it's the feminine side. The feminine might be pissed and they might act like this. They might be the first fucking narcissist masked. Like, oh yeah, blame it on men. Really, because I mean, I'm sitting here going, wait a minute, I don't relate with a lot of those women either that are getting up in the morning and they spend 3 hours putting a mask on. So now you're this, oh my God, and I don't even want to talk about what the actual makeup is actually emulating. If you want to look at body language and how things, if you want to start talking about feelings and sexuality and sensuality, like really the way that the body behaves during sex. God, this is a weird, but see, they have women painting their faces like it is just happening. Like for instance, really, I mean, it's a technology, if you ask me, to even arouse a woman sexually. It takes like 3 weeks to 6 months. Really, they're doing it right. Really, if she's a live person and it's about like the very if the possibility is there that, oh, are we gonna have kids, like, or does he want this thing like that from me, well, she has to fucking do all kinds of quality control, and it's like she has to sit there and kind of go, whatever, unless she's at the bar taking quaaludes and popping down tequila. Well, good, then you guys better whew, take birth control. I don't know. Oh God. That's kind of funny, right? It reminds me of this joke that this woman said a long time ago. There's a woman comedian out there, believe it or not. They're kind of weird. And she says, "Oh, how strange that it says right on the alcoholic beverage that warning may cause birth defects and blah blah blah." And and then she says, I think it's ironic because if it wasn't for alcohol, women wouldn't even become that way. You know what I mean? So some people are definitely getting hooked into some weird stuff. It's energetic. It's interesting. It's it's something you have to watch out for. It's okay. So God, this fucking video. So we have Pluto conjuncting Sun. It's actually Sun conjunct Pluto. It kind of goes Kazemi. See, that means that the planet Pluto, you can't see it under the microscope or the telescope anymore because it disappears over into the sun's rays, and it's impossible to see it, and it goes right behind it or forward. I don't know, but we're looking at a sneaky sun, a sneaky happy. You know, Aquarius is a happy sign generally. They are very high-minded, very upbeat, futuristic. That's your futuristic friend there. You don't even, where are they? Do you know your friend in Aquarius? Where are they? Sometimes they're up in the clouds, already up in a starship somewhere. It's like, okay, they're dressed in neon or something. They're very active, and there's something about them that is like 35 years ahead. They have installed into them the very humanity that people are missing, and that is in fact going to be a trend 35 years ahead. That is if we get our language down, get our symbols down, and get our banking down, babe. Banking just means, man, excuse me. See, the only time you withdraw from your bank, that's another war term. So you put up a bank, and then you withdraw only when you know you have an ally there, and that means that you pay them to do what? You pay them to be a friend to the earth. That's for sure. Be a friend to the truth. How about that? That's a Aquarius um, concept, because Aquarius loves the truth. They wouldn't be good scientists. I mean, it wouldn't be great science without it. They wouldn't be good astrologers without it. They wouldn't be good anything without it. You have to watch out too, because it's not always that you have an Aquarius there that takes that higher road and that higher mind. They could be just the worst of them all as control freaks with the fixed signs, Scorpio and Leo and Taurus. They're all control freaks, along with Aquarius. Aquarius is kind of sneaky, though. They're the least likely to really be playing a mind game. Not so much, though. See, they are just hitting you with like pure science, really. And it's like people are not going to like the truth. I was just talking about how the sun is going to go into Aquarius, and it's going to conjunct Pluto, which is Scorpio ruled, and Scorpio is all about the truth. It's that time of Halloween where it's like, well, do you even know what Halloween is about anymore? No. Not when you're dressing up like fairy tale clowns and stuff. It's about skeletons and witches and ghosts and goblins and scoop your brain out and put a little light in there. And who does that? Woo! Don't even know that, but yeah, and let's demonize a witch. Anyway, getting back to the light, you know, Aquarius is just the light. Oh my God, if you want to talk about it, there's this word called Lucifer. It's not Satan, it's not the devil. It means the light. And there's this light that we are in this field that is, woo, if you want to talk about the truth, of course, put the T down, keep the R up, keep the U up, keep the T up, put the H down. Now we have this fucking rut. It could be a rut if you don't just look at it and say, wow, no, but look, I can either jump over the rut. Maybe I can't jump over. Maybe I'll take a little hike down, do a switchback, go down, look, here's the bottom of the rut, and then you go back up. Woo! You know, but don't miss it, you know. I mean, that's the truth right there. That's the valley. That's where we're at. That's where we are in this place of learning, and you can build a bridge. Go for it. Do you know that much? But you cannot avoid the rut. You won't be avoiding the truth. If you do, you're going to keep coming back and back again. Some people are stuck here. They love it. They love it. They're like, oh, truth, and they mock people that come in and out of here and says, no, you can be one with the universe. You can be a human being. How about that? I have a chicken that I might have two chickens that are sitting out on some eggs right now in my bushes. There's a bunch of bushes in my yard, and the quails are cruising around there. There's a bunch of quail birds, and they hang out there too and nest and stay because it's kind of shelter. And so my chickens are, a couple of hens might be sitting on some eggs right now, so I'm kind of timing it. It's been about 9 days that I've noticed it. So in another 10 or 11 days, she should be coming out with little tiny babies, and it's happened before. What happens is that they'll eventually they make their way right back into the coop with everybody else, and they find a cove and they get back into warm, you know. But it's been pretty cold at night, but not as cold as it should be. It should be. It's so irritating because I'm looking around. It's like there is no winter time, and they're just making it dry. They've knocked back a few storms in the beginning of winter here, and that would have helped all much, but they are also lacing the air with desiccants, the aluminum sprays. It's happening a lot, and it's also in the water. It's very packed in there. It's almost like they put a little desiccants inside of the water, and it coats, and it's fucking flammable. I mean, it's almost like you could light the water and use it as kerosene. I don't know, but anyway, thanks for listening to that little side. Did you want to hear the truth about what's happening to humanity, the crimes against us? Until we fucking at least can we make ourselves known here? See, I don't see it here on anymore. Inviting me to train AI with our third party content. You know, inviting the third party customer or see, they are our customers. If we're so-called working for money and then we buy their products, whatever it is, the computers, electricity, water, they are our customers. We are being poisoned by them, and also having it hijacked to where the social media is no longer socialized to us. It's not really. It's supposed to be, but babes, you have been. First of all, you yourself has been weaponized into a non-social person. That's what I put on my Facebook. Is like basically there's two types of people here. I hate to repeat myself. There's people that are capable of being good friends to even a cricket. But then there are some, you're narcissists, who, because they don't have an account open with reality, they don't care for the truth. They can't be a good friend, not to their children. No, their children don't like that. They can sense it. It's like, wait a minute, I saw something. I see a triangle like this, or I see something, and then the parents are going to gaslight them. Well, not a good friend there. Yes, it's possible that your mother, your brother, your aunt, your sister, your uncle, a priest, a police officer, a doctor, a dentist can just end up being a good friend. That's for sure. I mean, if they quit their government job, and just jump on the bandwagon and say, I think we can pay people to do something better here. Well, how do you think we're going to do it? You see, we need like a certain label. We need a brand. We need to get a brand. See, they've hijacked that too. Have you noticed it? It's like, what the fuck is this brand thing? Each and every single individual has to come up with their own specialized, unique little brand, individualized to them. And it's like, no, there's only two here. How do you like my brand? See, all other brands, if you did make a fucking brand on top of the brand, we have to figure out, is it organic? Is it healthy for living things? Is it of the organ? Can we actually say this feels good? You know, like when you eat it or you drink it, we go, you know what? I actually do feel good. See, some people are doing think feels where they look at a label and they say, the label just is like dressed in gold. It's got a wonderful bottle, and in it is crap. I mean, if you look at the fine print, it says known to the state of wherever to cause birth defects and blah blah blah, and it's only from concentrate. It's actually processed. There's only 2% of your whatever you think it is in there, and that's think feels though. They look at it and they go, oh, this must be, and they drink it, and they can fool themselves for a long time that they have. Never mind. They don't see, the key to that is don't get in your body. It can just turn into a 600-pound blob. You can have all kinds of problems happening, but it's like, no, I paid for crap on the cruise ship. On the cruise ship, yeah, that fucking place. I mean, I have Jupiter and Pisces square Neptune anyway, and I'm like, no thank you to the going on top of the water on those things, let alone anything. That's a pretty fucking desolate place out there. Yeah, they managed to do it too. It's like, well, can you stay on land every once in a while? And can we do our own trade here? Can we make our own stuff? Do we have to pay China to farm our foods? And fucking all of a sudden we don't care that we're under siege and fucking having a war and something is wiping something out? Generationally, it's like perfect, man. It's such the gaslight, and the only thing you can, it's like obvious. We're going to be looking at it, and I don't know how they're going to stop it because of the Pluto and Aquarius. Sun is going to conjunct. This is like the beginning of the era of love. Real live technology and or the human being, love, is going to emerge and say, excuse me, and start playing their guitars about love, and it's going to be terrible. Everybody's going to get back together and say, you know what, I think that we do see, like kind of like what we saw with the Vietnam War. And then you have the stage over there, people slipping in their fucking puke and worshiping Santana, that was a government like corral. They said, well, let's let them do it. Let's just have them do it. We fucking already manufactured the shitty fucking music for it, and let them have their unmanaged LSD trips. Not a single shaman there saying, man, do you realize you're being controlled by the government even now? While you're slipping through your puke and able to do all this, and it's just a big polarity game. You're still being managed like heavily, you know, by an alien. Really, to shake me up. So yeah, but no. See, with the big time movement now, this is it, babes. Coming up, see what Taurus is up to is being jolted. It's like, that's not love. You do not manipulate people with your resources, not one bit. You don't do that. You don't control people and then see, they can't give without taking, right? That's not even giving. You know, it's not, see, there's a mutual reciprocation that may happen. And it's not all like tit for tat. Like, well, I gave you 10 cents, so you give me 10 cents, and I give you 6 pounds, and so you give me 6 pounds, or I give you how many dollars, and you give me how many dollars, and that, it can't be equal to that. And it's like, bullshit, there's something somewhere along the line. You fucking two people. Now, if it's just men and women here, or what is it? Why do they even fucking need that? But let's say that they did. Are they really working against each other like that? And don't understand how to fucking, like, help some other person that needs the money? Because maybe they need to pay somebody to get their roof on instead of getting their roof on themselves. But I'm saying I can get my roof on myself. Give me my materials and I'll do it. And you can't live in my house. And you can't handle the truth. We have Sun conjunct Pluto at 1 degree. Anybody that knows their chart that has a 1 degree fucking Mars or something like that in there, you're being triggered hardcore. It's the lesson for the Taurus, like I was saying. Let's get back into it again. The mamas, those fucking brutal mamas who, if they are, if they're being manipulative to their children, she controls them with the resource, man. You see it all the time. It's like God, you know what? This is what I'm not doing. When I see it, it's satanic. I just determined it was fucking satanic because the kids turn into these spiral-eyed, oh, I want the sugar, and they're like, okay, so then twirl around twice, do a deep knee bend, go to sleep at 8, come up over here, no, now sit down, go to your room, come up, now do this. They can enslave them, which is, it's okay to have people all of a sudden now are working together, but the enslavement and under control, just mean, fucking cruel people that get their jollies off having done that, and their kids are not living very well on that sugar. That's one thing to add too. Did you know that sugar is poison? I mean, let alone it can screw your body up, I guess, somehow. But see, the thing that makes people obese and fat like that is they're not working out the stuff that, like, say, I'm working out right now. That you have an emotion, and you have an emotion, and you don't push it down, and see, God, it's so difficult, isn't it? It is so difficult to get out of a toxic association or a relationship that has become like that. And it's like, well, don't blame yourself. Don't blame them. Learn how to live. There's a system over there that has fucking taken you away from a lot. That's one of the truths you have to talk about, and see, of course that fucking money thing is a huge fucking manipulator. That's all you can do with it. Otherwise, see, here's the thing. See, what is money doing? Manipulating the real thing. There's somebody that just has their energy, and they're ready. Let's just say they're ready to be a leader of not only their life, but they can lead their family, or they're leading others into the promised land. They're saying, no, I can do this and this, right? They're working with their hands, and they're really, really working the truth. But the main thing is that they are getting energy. See, a person that has fucking shot themselves up and doing the money system only to run for money, and they've been doing 2 + 2 is 5, gaslighting themselves and everybody around them that they're doing a great job conducting a farce that doesn't grow anything but misery and keeps people in the dark. Hi, Aquarius, going into... It happens to trine my 369 in Libra, and it's like, no, see, I have a Pluto-Mars-Sun conjunction, and this is going to be like, well, it's not a bad thing, but can you send a little notation even anyway? I'm going to be getting good and bad. You know what I mean? Talking about, really, the truth is bad for people who live in the dark. I can't believe it. I can't handle it. Eventually, we just blow it away. Get that shit out of here, will you please? It's fucking fun enough. It's trippy enough, the truth is. Ask Scorpio. He's like, yeah. Looking at you with their eyeballs. Have you just looked at it fucking enough to where you don't blink? It's safe! It's safe! And what's going on? Oh, there's birth. Look at how raunchy that is. And then look at death. Look at how clean that happened. Whoops, did I get it wrong? I don't know. It's reversed, isn't it? Who cares? It's all here. What came first? What came first? The truth did. The truth did. Alrighty. Minute 28. I hope you like this video. I'm going to be putting it up probably round about with that Sun Pluto trine, and then, or it's a conjunction, Sun Pluto conjunction, and then right about then I'm going to be piping up with, I better be playing my music or something, but a lot of energy is going to be at my disposal, and really it's the next generation, my generation, the Libra generation, who does have Pluto in Libra, or any Libras, or Gemini or Aquarius. We're talking about the very early degree. The thing you want to pick on really is the fixed signs. They're getting that square. It's the first wake up call. They don't like it. The Taurus. It's like, well, what have you been doing? You've been control freaking around. No, you can't. You have been doing something to people that now you're going to have to experience the karma. They have karma coming, and it makes me now. It's the part of the organism that rules money. Your selfishness behind money. Now I'm thinking about how weird money is in the first place. Yeah, it has privatized. Some reason it's reversed on us. See, it's supposed to be socialized to where we're all working not for money, but money works for us, right? If we get involved with it, isn't that the government? It works for us. But instead, it's switched around. Zuckerberg and people over there, they're all socialized because they stole it. They just told me today that I posted something about the fires in LA that it's the same misinformation found somewhere else. And bullshit. It's bullshit. It's the same right information that people are trying to spread. Otherwise, I get everything right on my fucking page, and then finally I get one wrong. Well, thankfully, yeah, right. How stupid are people? They are, though. Well, what it is just not enough human beings that know how to think and say, no, that's weird. All this stuff that I've been putting down has been the truth. Spot on, except for this one thing. Yeah, right. See, there are people right now programmed, they have a vein in them that's hijacked that says, no, it's because, Shauna, we don't want misinformation to be spread around. They're trying to inform us of something. You guys, you know what? You fucking people need to be ripped out of that fucking false wiring. Take the red light blinking in the back out. And you need, what do we do? Now you're in trauma because of that. That's what the trauma you experience. You don't like, ooh, idiot, the truth. Trauma. It's like, well, no, trauma is good when it comes to the capital T, babes. Hi, hello, how are you? Didn't hardly make sense, did it? I kind of gave up a bit. I think, no way. I didn't go in, but I don't see the request anymore that says, and now you can choose, um, what is the exact wording? But, you know, the big deal I made on some of my videos, and then some of it I have a bad mood, but I'm getting better as I try and clear myself up. I'm not free of, and neither are you, to tell you the truth. If you're caught in the monetary system, the I have, like, too much. See, that's what happened with LA over there. Those people, and their 129 million dollar estate that looks gracefully over another roof and then another, and they're all looking up each other's ass, and it's like, you know what, that kind of style of living, first of all, it's antisocial. Number one, it's privatized. Those people are being burnt out. Why? Because they can. They didn't even, they are patented and fucking governed by something else, and they have somewhere else to go, most likely. They can, because why? They have enough money. And it's, well, in the meantime, babes, they burnt out a lot of people. A lot of people died. They're not going to tell you either. Bullshit, casualties happened. Big time. Slaves that they have parked on the side, you know, immigrants, and also elderly. There, yeah. Man, not just 27. We've counted up to 27. Try 2,700. But no, really, babes. Try 27,000. That's more like it. They're not telling you. It's totally closed off, that place, and they have dogs combing it, and they're getting a tally, and it's way up there. First of all, they can tell because how many fucking cell phones have burnt up, right? Everybody's going, it's burning, ah, oh my God, oh my God, oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad you could fucking make it down the road saying, oh my God, holding your fucking camera out. I would be the same way, though, probably. Really, watch me survive this fucking thing. Look, I'm dancing with fire. Woo! And with Neptune going into the sign of fire, it's going to be Mars ruled. See, these fires and stuff happened when Mars was trining Neptune. It's touched off right there, and it's a very spiritual thing. Everybody's like, casualties, smasualties. Look, I saved my chickens. And there's a bunch of chickens laying dead, but they're like, I am put. They lived. There's a bunch of horses dead over there, but they're like, I have my horse. You're like, okay. Nice and spiritual. I think it's called spiritual bypassing, by the way. Getting back to Scorpio, going, oh my God, when are we going to fucking teach these people that some things got charcoaled and you're next? Watch out. Aquarius says, yeah, when are they going to come together and claim their place and just rebel? Did you know that Aquarius rules the rebellion? Aquarius rules the rebellion. These people are not easy to get along with, really. If you know an Aquarius, a sun there, there's something kind of, see, these, talk about stubborn and fixed. They take the cake. They're right at the very end of the whole consciousness says, I am the fucking final queen and king of stubborn ass, mind controlling, stubborn, fucking, really to the point of, well, this, they say, well, we don't even need you. We just go to technology and get a robot and get all cold. And yeah, money, put the coin here and I'll give you what you need. It's not even a fucking human goddamn association. Excuse my language, but I'm not here to appease people who are linguistically challenged, that's for sure. So this is about the sun conjuncting Pluto coming up, let alone that Mercury will conjunct Pluto. This is when we're going to find out the real forensic thing that happened with a lot of things. It's going to get really forensic. You know, it rules forensic studies when we're talking about Mercury, Uranus, Pluto conjunct. That's a detective right there. Anybody that has that Pluto conjunct, like that Pluto quality, they're so deep. They do not like shallow people. Me. I have Pluto Sun conjunct Mars, and I do not like shallow, fucking surface, vain, blind ass fucking people. I just don't. See, the thing is that it could fill up the reservoir, the deep, dark pool, really, of beauty. The shallow people could just fill it up with their hallmark fucking sedimented bullshit, weather talking and crap, and you know that's why you want to get away from them and say no. I don't know. I can't explain to you the fucking pain it is being around shallow people. But we're gonna, you know, that's why you like my films. Some of them, whoever dares likes them, really actually likes them, are some pretty deep people. You know, either that or they feel really sorry for me, and they're like, they're holding a torch for me. They're like, is she gonna ever pull out of it? No, humanity is not going to pull out of being fucking intensely involved in what could, should, may, might be their evolution, but then now they're finding there's a fucking war against it. There's a damn spiritual ceiling, not only just a ceiling because of money is entrapped in something, and well, Aquarius is here to tell us: can you people get along? Can you just get along? How is it going to happen? You have to have, well, see, there's trauma, and they're doing it a lot, but who knows how to take care of it? The way you take care of it is that you get exposed to the right information. See, they cause trauma, and then they give you the loosh information. They loop back into all kinds of weird stuff. And so we have, oh God, the loss. The loss. These poor people. Fuck those people. They were living wrong anyway. How come you have so much in your bank account? It should not be happening that way. Nobody should have a bank account like that. Excuse me. You should have a creative life. That money the government is funding, that in fact you have managed into you because you know how to do it. You're a human species now. Congratulations. Has it happened yet? Nope. Getting right down to the wire. Use this thing somehow. Somehow. Use it. I thought I was onto something. Did you think I was onto something? Did you see some of the videos prior to this very video that I'm putting up is on the, well, I'm going to put it up on the 20th, maybe the 19th. But some of it I'm poking around like this, and I'm coming through being surrounded by and attacked, and it's hard to tell who's who, right? But I'm not a victim here. No, it's an energy in your life, and you want to get rid of it. Get rid of it because it's time to live now. Well, watch out for these early Taurus people, the early Leo people, the early Scorpio people, and the early Aquarius people. They have some karma to rinse away from them, especially those fucking Taurus people. See, I don't know. It's different with that Aquarius forward square as far as consciousness, because Aquarius rules the very movement of human consciousness expanding into the higher mind, into the selflessness, into impersonalism. They say, no, we're all one here and we all have the same expenses. And why do they have all the money and we're working for fucking shit on top of shit? And everything is privatized to them and really actually socialized to them. And we're privatized with fence after fence after fence, and everybody's living like this, and And good job! Yay, left and right, whatever.